Hello everyone, this is Melon, and today I had a very interesting idea. What if we tried creating a lava melon in Melon Playground 35.0? The idea itself sounds strange because regular melons have never been directly connected to lava. And that's precisely why I feel like the result could be completely unexpected. The first thing that immediately comes to mind is that lava itself seems like a separate medium, and if we somehow connect it to a melon, something completely new could emerge. Sometimes it's these unconventional ideas that lead to the most unusual results, which at first seem impossible, but then suddenly start working. It's especially interesting when you imagine that lava might have hidden reactions to characters. The game has repeatedly encountered situations where ordinary things began to behave differently under unusual conditions. And that's why the idea of creating a lava melon feels like the beginning of something much larger. I also can't shake the feeling that the very idea of combining melon with lava could open up new possibilities. Sometimes even a simple combination leads to unexpected effects that are impossible to predict. These moments are usually the most tense because no one knows what the outcome will be. The idea that lava melon might be unstable is especially intriguing. If two different conditions truly combine within it, it could lead to a completely new reaction. Such situations usually develop unexpectedly and always hold attention until the very end. Sometimes the most powerful effects don't appear immediately, but rather after some time. That's why the idea of creating lava melon seems like a process that could lead to something much more powerful than initially apparent. And the more you think about it, the stronger the feeling that something truly unusual is hidden within this idea. I also think that such a melon could be the key to new experiments. If it truly works, it could completely change the usual ways of interacting with lava. It's these discoveries that are usually the most memorable and generate the most interest. The moment when you realize the result could appear at any moment is especially tense. Sometimes, it's these very ideas that led to the most unexpected events because they break the usual rules and make everything work differently. The longer this thought develops, the stronger the feeling that the lava melon could be much more than just an experiment. Sometimes, it's these very ideas that become the beginning of a whole chain of events that led to the most spectacular results. It's also impossible to ignore the fact that unusual combinations in the game often reveal hidden possibilities. If the lava melon truly succeeds, it could become one of the most unusual characters ever created. And this is precisely what makes the idea so tense. Sometimes you get the feeling that such ideas can only work under specific conditions. Things don't always work out the first time, and that's precisely why the interest in such an experiment only intensifies. Each attempt can bring you closer to the moment when everything finally starts to fall into place. It becomes especially interesting when it seems that the system itself might begin to react differently. Sometimes, it's those moments that become the most crucial, because that's when the most unexpected changes occur. And it's those moments that tend to be the most memorable. The longer this idea develops, the more it feels like the lava melon could be the beginning of something much larger. Sometimes, just one unusual combination is enough to unlock a completely new way to interact with the card. In those moments, you get the feeling that it's only a matter of time before you realize whether such a character is even possible. Sometimes, it's those moments that become the most important, because they show how far you can go in experimentation. The idea that the lava melon might not immediately reveal its properties is especially exciting. Sometimes the most powerful effects emerge unexpectedly, when it seems like everything is poised for something big. And it's those moments that tend to linger in your memory the longest. Furthermore, the very idea of the lava melon begins to look like something more than just a single experiment. Sometimes, such things become the starting point for a whole series of tests, where each new attempt provides an even deeper understanding of what's happening. It is precisely these chains of actions that usually lead to the most spectacular results. Sometimes it feels like there might be a hidden logic within the idea itself, one that's not immediately apparent. Some combinations only begin to work after a while, and that's why such experiments always keep you on edge till the very last moment. It seems like just a little more and the first real result will appear. It also seems like lava melon can behave completely differently under different conditions. Sometimes, it's precisely a change in the surrounding environment that triggers a new reaction. And it's these moments that usually prove the most unexpected and spectacular. The more you think about the idea itself, the stronger the feeling that much greater potential lies within. Sometimes, even a seemingly simple idea turns into something far more serious if approached correctly. The moment of anticipation becomes especially tense when it seems like everything is almost ready for the result. These seconds always seem the most crucial, because that's when the chance to see something completely new rises. Sometimes it feels like lava melon could be the key to greater changes. If this idea is truly successful, it could open up new ways to interact not only with lava but with other map elements as well. And it's precisely these discoveries that tend to be the most talked about. It's also possible that such an idea could contain the potential for larger scale effects. Sometimes, a single unusual combination leads to a chain of events that completely changes the way we perceive the game. The further this idea develops, the stronger the feeling becomes that something truly extraordinary could lie ahead. Sometimes, these are the most memorable ideas because they appear unexpectedly and change everything around them. It's especially interesting in those moments when it seems like everything is starting to come together. Such situations are always the most tense because that's when you have the chance to see a result that previously seemed impossible. Let me know in the comments what experiments you'd like to capture and what else you'd like to try with lava and melons. Like and subscribe to stay up to date with future Melon Playground 35.0 updates.